Hello guys, today I am going to show you how C++ linker works. In the previous video I have covered that how the C++ compiler works. If you don't have watched the video, so the link is in the description, so click and watch the previous video. To program in C and C++, you need to understand the steps and the tools in the compilation process. Some languages like C, C++ start compilation by running a preprocessor on the source code that replaces the pattern in the source code with other patterns. I have a code an example that the preprocessor I have covered in the previous video. The preprocessor replaces the its code in the file where the programmer has written the code, like this. So the preprocessor directives are used to save typing and to increase the reliability and the readability of the code. These tutorials you will learn that how the C++ design is meant to discourage much of use the preprocessor, since it can cause little bugs. The preprocessor code is often written in an intermediate file. So come on to the topic. So I have this code. This is an example code. I have written the main function. I am going to raise the main function here. So I'm going to compiling it. So Control plus F7. It is compiled successfully. Look at here. But when I am going to build it, so it showed me an arrow that entry point must be defined as it was shown in the previous video. So I'm going to define the main function. Add function. I'm going to add 2 and 4 together. Okay, std and l. Okay, so I'm going to build it before writing. System just pause the screen when the program is finished. So I'm going to build it again. Control Shift plus B. So it is built successfully also. So it will be run. Obviously it will be running successfully. And so here is these the functions, and we have only one file in it. So to come back on the topic, I will show you how as it was shown in the previous video. I have this picture that .c, .h, .cpp. These files, compiler takes them and converts them into the obj file. So compiler converts them into the obj file, but how they come together to process something that we have written in our program. Obviously linker links all the files together. Linker links all the files together and converts it into the exe file. Look at that. So these are the library files, outside library files, APIs, a lot of outside libraries. For example, the OpenCV, the OpenGL, a lot of static libraries, the dynamic libraries. But here we are just dealing with the internal files. The .cpp, .h, compiler takes them and converts them into the object file, and linker takes them and combines them together for the executable file to run on operating system, to execute on operating system. So I hope you all have understand what is this process. The compiler takes these files, converts them obj file, and linker takes them and combines all the file and converts them into the exe file. Here we am showing, and I am going to make another file to show the Control Shift plus A. So I'm going to make a cpp file called file.cpp. Edit. Here we have this file. I'm going to copy this function from here and going to paste here, and here I also have to include the IO stream here. So in this file I am just going to show the message. Okay, it is the function. So I'm going to declare it here. So what is the function? Void log function. I hope I write it so. Okay, it was const char pointer. Okay, I have called this function here in this in the add function. So I'm going to build it. It is built successfully, so it will run successfully also. So here what I am going to show that if I change the return type here, I change the return type to int. Okay, when I'm going to build it, it showed me an linker error, that an unresolved external symbol where the int code log const char it is referred into our function in the add function here used here. You can haven't find the void function in the file, and it showed me an error. The log is right because the function is here. The function is here, and the void. Here what I'm going to show that with L and K means that the linker error. L and K means the linker error, that the files are not correctly linked together. So if I raise this, I am going to build it. So it will show me a compiler error with C. I'm going to raise it from here. The log is called here. The log is here. It will be compiled successfully, but it will not be linked successfully. It will show, look at that, it showed the linker error because the definition hasn't found this function. So a linker is failed the file because it haven't found this function. It's the definition of this function. So I'm going to comment it here. I am going to build it. So it is building successfully, look at that. So then I am going to comment it. So the log is called here, the add is called here, but I commented the add function. So what it should be, it should be alright because I don't have called the add function. The log function shouldn't be called. So what I'm going to build it. So it showed me a linker error. Why this has happened? Why this has happened? You are thinking why this has happened, that it showed me a linker error and I don't have called the add function. And why it's showing the linker error here? Because the add function is declared. It can be used in another file. It can be used here. So the linker is going to link this function, this file to this file. Okay, so I'm going to made it static and I am going to build it. So it is built successfully. What static does mean? Static means that the function is declared, it is only going to use in this file, only this file. I can't use it in this file. Uncomment this again. So I'm going to build it. It showed me a linker error. Why? Because I am calling the log and it looks for the log. It is look for the log and trying to find the log, and the log is nowhere. The definition is never exists. So it showed me a linker error here. So I am going to declare the definition again. iStream, sorry, iStream here, void. So it is built 6. Another type of error is whenever I will change the parameters. So whenever I'm going to build it, so it showed me an error. What is an error? That unresolved external symbol that in the convention of the log, and we have referenced in the add function here. Look at that, it showed me in a complete detail of our error that I have defined the 2 parameter here. So I'm going to erase it and build it again. Hope it will be successfully built. So one other type of error is error that can make the linker in trouble duplicated with the same name and with the same parameter types here. So I'm going to build it again. I build it, so it will show me a compiler error. This time no, it showed me an error that the function void log already has a body. Look at that, it's really helpful here. So I will erase it, so I will build it again. It will be built successfully. I am building again and again to show you how the linker error, how the compiler error can occur. So you can solve these errors by easily. One more thing I want to show you that about the linker, that I'm going to copy the function and I'm going to paste here again. So there's the 2 definitions, so declaration. Look at the one here, the declaration is only one, and the definitions, we have 2 definitions of the function, that one here and the one here. So linker will be in trouble here, that linker does not know which one is to link here. I'm going to build it, so it's showing me an error that one or more multiply defined symbol found. So here you can see the file.obj already defined in file.obj. Look at that, the same case I told you in the picture, that the compiler compiled it and converts it into the obj file when file.obj came, and main.obj also. So linker was going to link those files when the long function called, and which function is it should be linked together. So I'm going to show one more thing to you, that I'm going to make a header file, that file.h. No problem adding this. So look at that, I'm going to copy this function here. So here I have to add the iStream. Here. So I'm going to change this function name, that intlog, and I am calling the log function here. We can pass any syntax like that. So change it just to make the things more clear, that hello. Okay, when I'm going to compile it, so it is showing me an error, compiling error, that I have to include the file.h file here. I'm going to build it. It is built successfully. So I one more thing, that I have used the log here also. So I am going to include the log file.h here also, because I have called log here again. So it's showing me an error. So Now you just have to focus there that I have only declared it once. So why it's happened? And so it's all come on to including the header files that when 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 I included this file here, file.h, it means that the function is declared here. The function is declared here is the same here. So what happened? So it make two definitions. Already defined symbols that already defined file.obj is already defined. So the same, look at that, the same error is come here again. So one way we can solve this file.h, we can make this function static. So I'm going to build it. It is built in successfully. So what happened now? Though when I write static here, it does mean that I'm declaring here it will be only used in this file. The same function will be used only in this file, and main.cpp will be used only this file. So these two files have their own log functions. The log functions, they are using it differently. Every obj file, file.obj and main.obj, is they both have their different log functions. So that's how the link or error occurs. You have to be very carefully while defining the classes, while defining the header files, and using the function, that there should be no duplication of the functions. So to get rid of these linking errors. So they are, because they are very very difficult to understand. I hope you understand. So if you have any question, comment below, I will answer it. Another thing I'm going to show you that in general here, so look at that, the application is .exe, because the linker links the file and converts them into the exe. And that's all for today. Okay, goodbye.